Haven't checked out, he has a Facebook page, Peyton's Pantry, and you can be involved whether you need some food. He is eager to help everyone, or if you want to make a donation, you can also do that. Contact him through his Facebook page, or go to the pantry to make a donation. So today, Lutheran Living, like always, is sponsoring this day in history. I actually found a few that I thought were pretty interesting. 1973, Roe versus Wade happened. 1930, on this day, the Empire State Building, they broke ground on that to start building the Empire State Building January 22nd in 1930. Also in 1929, Sammy Mandel was the lightweight champion. So some cool things happening on January 22nd in history, sponsored by Lutheran Living. There was several national holidays that I wanted to share with you guys, just like every day. Some of them are very interesting that we've made a national holiday out of them, but there are a few. So Celebration of Life Day, National Answer Your Cat's Questions Day. So very interesting. I don't know exactly how one would go about answering their cat's questions, but if you look online, there are tons of different ideas of what questions cats might be asking. One of which I think is probably very true, is where do you go all day? I always wonder what our pets think about that when we're gone, but also, it's kind of funny. I think whether you leave for 5 minutes or 5 hours, it seems like their excitement's the same. So today, answer all of your cat's questions. Maybe come out to Hy-Vee and get them a treat or a toy or something to celebrate this national holiday. Also, National Blonde Brownie Day. So if you are a lover of the brownies, National Blonde Brownie Day is today. And then my favorite, National Hot Sauce Day. So I thought, well, this is going to be the one that I'm going to find something funny to show on. And I did. I found a lot of videos of people doing a hot sauce challenge. This one, though, the title of it was Hot Sauce Challenge Gone Wrong. And I thought, well, I have to check that out. They got me with the name. So Mr. Catfish Cooley actually did his hot sauce challenge, and it went a little bit wrong. He didn't quite do it the right way. So I wanted to share that video with you this morning for some laughs.
Well, howdy, folks. As everybody knows, I enjoy hot sauce and seeing, how hot stuff is. My wife bought me this. It's called a Hot Sauce Challenge, Book of Pleasure and Pain. Contains 12 bottles of hot sauce. I'm not necessarily really sure how to play the game, but I know how I'm going to play the game. I'm going to take all 12 bottles, and I'm going to pour them in one glass. And we're going to see how hot they are. 1. That don't smell too bad. 2. Oh, that smells like I have a little kick to it. 3's got a little kick to it. The hell they make that out of? Peanut butter? Ah, there it goes. You ever done something you knew was stupid? I think this is it. 4. 5. It's gonna be hot. 6. Why I do things I don't know. 7. 8. Come on now, get on there. Get on there now. 9. 10. Oh, I smell 11. Already smell it. Oh yeah, it smells hot. Here we go. Number 12. Oh yeah, got a little kick to her. Now I need to mix her up. Goodness. Why do I do these things? I'm not gonna drink it all because I don't want to kill myself. I'm gonna get a good chunk of it. Oh! 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 Is it? I hate it. Ooh, it's in my eyeballs. I can feel it on my face. Oh, it tastes really good, but it burns so really bad. Oh God. Oh. Oh. I don't know how to do the challenge. Woo, but I'd suggest don't try it like this. Oh my God. Woo! I can't eat both my eyes. Oh my God, my eyes are so hot they're burning. Oh, hey, I love y'all. Y'all be cool, stay classy. I got to go wash my face. Don't try this at home.
Is happening. So I'm guessing when his wife bought him that hot sauce collection, she wasn't envisioning him putting them all into one glass and drinking that down. But my favorite part was, I can feel it in my eyes. Oh my goodness. So there's that. Don't do that. It looks like that might not be a good idea. Luckily, he learned a lesson for us all. But you can try some hot sauces in a different way to celebrate this national holiday. There's some pretty cool ones. We were looking at them over there, and some very fun names of some of these hot sauces. Crybaby Craig's hot sauce, and it says ballin', like literally balling, since 2012. But there are a lot of really cool hot sauces here to choose from if you want to celebrate. But I do not recommend that you take after that video that we just watched. And if you do, I guess maybe record it and let's get on that. Send it to us. All right, so today we have a guest with us. Paul is here to talk about an event that's coming up in Muscatine, one that I think lots of people in Muscatine look forward to every year. It's the 27th annual Eagles and Ivories concert coming up at the end of the month. So Paul is with us this morning to talk about the event and some of the history of it, maybe even. Tell us all about it. So it's January 30th this year, and you guys are holding it at the Merrill, which gorgeous place. That's going to be a gorgeous place to have it. So tell us a little bit about the concert. What kind of music can we expect to hear?
Well, it is known as the Eagles and Ivories Ragtime Festival. And in past years, it's been a 3 or 4 day event that has been held primarily, the main concerts were at Wesley Methodist Church. And then with 2 concerts at the Art Center, and we had an afternoon session at Jefferson School with silent movies. And this year, because of the pandemic, we've had to reduce and consolidate, and our artists will be seen, but they will be on video, essentially. So that's going to be very different. The main event will be at the Merrill, and it will be held in the ballroom, and the concert itself will be viewed on a huge
Screen?
TV screen,
Yeah.
flat screen, yeah. And we have the artists are some of the best known and the ones we've had many times,
Yeah.
and people will definitely recognize names. Our master of ceremonies and the essentially designer of the show is Jeff Barnhart, and he and his wife Ann, who plays the flute, form the duo Ivory and Gold, and Ivory obviously for the piano keys and Gold for the gold flute that Ann plays.
Yeah.
And Ann, in recent years, has also become more of a vocalist. They both sing.
Right.
And so but Jeff will be leading the show as usual. Returning for either a third or a fourth time is Brian Holland, and he'll be in a duo with Danny Coots,
Cool.
the drummer. Danny is an amazing drummer. I picked him up at the airport, I think 5 years ago, and I was my father was a professional musician. He was a drummer.
Yeah.
And I was expecting, to have to go to baggage, and there'd be a big case and
Sure.
a big round bass drum.
Yep.
And
The whole set.
Yep. Danny carries a snare drum
That's it.
and sticks and brushes. He can get more out of a single drum than I've ever seen another entertainer.
That's cool.
Now, Brian and Danny will also be joined by Steve Pical, who was here last year for the first time. Steve is an amazing bass player, and he's from the Minneapolis area, and they essentially have formed a new group called Groovis.
Ooh.
And so that will be very interesting. And then returning after a 4 or 5 or maybe even 6 year absence is Chase Garrett, who's as far as I know originally from Iowa City, and he hosts. He's played worldwide. He was based in New York for a while. I'm not sure where he works out of right now, and of course that's a problem for a lot of artists because they're staying home.
Yeah.
But Chase hosts a piano, a Boogie Woogie Fest over at the Englert Theater in Iowa City annually, and I'm not sure that's going to go on this year either. But he will be part of the show. The whole thing has been done very professionally. A gentleman by the name of Andrew Green has been contracted with. He's done a number of these virtual programs now. He's also a musician, and he's based in Baltimore, and he's the music director of the Peacherine Ragtime Society Orchestra. So he's got musical chops as well.
Yeah.
But he was the person essentially responsible for bringing the show together. So the program is about 2 hours long.
Nice.
And so it's going to be close to the same kind of time length. And anyone who wants is invited down to the Merrill. There is a $10 charge to come watch it on the big screen. We will have both food and a cash bar.
Nice.
And there will be social distancing, and masks will be required. Obviously not when you're eating, but so we want to live within the parameters of what we need to do.
Yeah, they actually pulled the poster up too, so you can see some of those artists that will be at the show. I think things are different this year, but I'm glad that you guys you figured it out and are still able to at least bring it to everybody in one way. It's better than not at all. And I think everybody's looking for ways to kind of get out of the house and do something cool. So
absolutely.
Yeah. So $10 admission if you want to go watch it at the Merrill, and there will be, you know, food and drinks available for cash bar kind of situation. And he's saying the ballroom there is very large, so they can accommodate quite a few people, even with social distancing. So I hope that you guys will all go out and be a part of that. So if they can't attend the in-person, or they don't feel comfortable with that, is there still a way for them to watch the event?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Yes. Anyone can watch it, as if you have the internet. You can watch it. There are at least 2 links, and those will be posted on the Muscatine County Arts Council website and also on YouTube. And the YouTube address is just YouTube/2UJXI1010IPEC. That also will be on the Arts Council website and also the Arts Council Facebook page.
We'll put that too in the comments of today's show, so that people who are watching and are interested can have quick access to those links. If you aren't able to attend in person, those will be available to you in the comments section of today's show. But also, I did check out the Facebook page last night when I was learning a little bit more about the concert and some of the past, and those are all, I mean, they're already on there for you guys to find, so that you can be prepared to watch if you're not able to attend in person. But they can also, even if they're watching at home, if they still want to support, I read something about they could still send in either donations or tips for the artists and things like that. Like you said, many of these artists aren't performing live like they're used to, you know. I mean, especially if they do it professionally, I'm sure that's put a hindrance on, you know, just their income and things like that. So I'm sure they would appreciate any of those tips that you can offer even from home if you're enjoying the show.
I was at Ivory and Gold's website this week, and they list all of their events and concerts, and canceled. Ours is one of the few that, you know, they're, you know, and they're certainly advertising that. There's a way. There'll be a link actually as part of the program where they can make any donations they want to. All of the proceeds from the concert that we take in, the $10 admissions goes totally to the artists. So, and
very cool. I think both the artists and people who enjoy listening to music are craving live music again. I mean, everybody is craving that if you're a music lover. And so, I mean, this is as close as we can get right now to live music, and I think it's going to be really cool. I'm excited to watch it.
Actually, you asked about what type of music, and while it's always been billed as a ragtime festival, ragtime actually takes in a lot of related genres. Ragtime is actually kind of the early form of jazz, and a lot of jazz artists came out of the ragtime era. Certainly people like Louis Armstrong, and by the way, I think it's WQPT, one of the public television stations out of Moline, is currently running Ken Burns' jazz series, which is wonderful if you want to know more about jazz. And then we've advertised, among other, I'm trying to find in my notes here, all of the types of music. But boogie is mentioned, also known as boogie woogie, which is another ragtime-related, jazz-related, primarily piano form of artistry. And Chase Garrett is just an incredible talent at playing boogie woogie. We had another artist last year who was also turned heads, but that's so for anybody who's interested in rock and roll, you know, we'll be rocking. You know,
they'll be rocking. I like that. I think music in general, I'm kind of a lover of all different kinds of music. I find it interesting how many different kinds of music there are, and I actually enjoy them all.
Yeah.
So I am excited to be able to still view that this is still happening.
Yeah.
It's really cool. So you guys, if you want more information than was offered today on the show, you can go to muscatineartscouncil.org. That's their website, and have some information about the concert. Also, you can view that poster a little bit bigger, so you can read some of those artists and stuff if you missed any of that. But a lot of really talented individuals will be performing, and this whole thing has been put together very professionally.
Oh, yes.
So it's a lot of hard work went into making sure that it's still a really great show for everyone, and even though it looks a little different this year, it's still going to be a great time, whether you're able to come in person or, if you're at home viewing it and kind of boogieing in your own house, if you will. I think it's still going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, the first time you can watch it is at 7 o'clock Saturday, January 30th. But after that time, it will be available.
Very nice.
Anytime
Yeah.
to stream it and watch it. So, it's and you'll be able to watch it more than once.
Yep.
So, we've never had that before.
Yeah. That's going to be very cool. So if you're not available on January 30th at 7, don't be too sad, because you can watch it afterwards via the links, and like you said, multiple times if you want, if you really enjoy it, which I'm sure you will. Any other information that we need to share about the event before we?
Well, I'm not going to let you send me away yet without talking about Art Array, which is another one. The Muscatine County Arts Council is involved in a number of arts-related activities. We also started about 4 years ago a poetry program called I'm forgetting. They're Wandering Words, and that usually National Poetry Month, I think, is in April.
Yep.
And that's when we've done it. And what happens there is the winners of the poetry contest get their poems set in concrete throughout Muscatine. And so that's kind of neat. But what I wanted to talk about Art Array, which is a juried art exhibit. The exhibit itself will be at the Muscatine Arts Center. There are cash prizes. First prize is $500, second is $300, third is $200.
Wow.
It's open to all artists within 50 miles of Muscatine. So
very cool.
that would even include folks in, surrounding areas of Illinois. And and we already have a number of entries. We have extended the submission date all the way to the end of the month. So January 31st, you can still submit up to 2 objects of art. At the entry fee is $25 per art piece, which is essentially a nominal fee to just cover costs. And but the exhibit itself, it's a juried exhibit, and the exhibit will open March 18th and be at the Art Center through May the 30th.
Very cool. So a cool opportunity to see some local artwork. So when you're saying it could be a sculpture, it could be a painting, any of those things?
As far as I know, yes.
Okay. All right.
Most often we get paintings submitted, but it is not limited to that.
Very cool.
The Muscatine Arts Center, muscatineartscenter.org would be the website to go, or their phone number is 263-8282.
Nice.
And so if they want any other information, and there is a page on the Muscatine County Arts Council website for Art Array as well, and an application form. The application form is rather, it's more than one page, let's just put it that way.
They want to know some information about you.
And So it's something you actually fill out.
Yep.
And of course, the whole explanation of things and how it works is on the first page. So.
And that's all available on the website.
On the website, yes.
Perfect. So I encourage you guys just to go out to the website and check out all of this information and see, maybe you know a local artist, or maybe you are an artist that would like to submit to that. Lots of good stuff going on at the Muscatine Arts Center and through the council. So thank you for bringing that stuff to our community. It's nice I know people are looking forward to the concert and to having that live music feel again. So we will put some links in the comments for you at the end of the show, so that you guys can have all of those links that we kind of discussed, and even the link to that website for you if you want more information. But thank you so much for coming on. I think it's going to be really cool, and I hope you have a super successful event. I think that you will.
Yeah, we will. There'll be a concert atmosphere at the Merrill.
Yep.
And we will be selling CDs from previous concerts. If anybody has any questions about last year's concert, of course, the production of the CD was interrupted by the virus.
Ooh.
And it is still not completed, but we may have it done in time for the show. So, and
it's getting close.
I'm looking at the possibilities of doing something for this concert as well.
Yeah, that's very cool.
So.
All right. Well, lots of opportunities for you guys to have that live music feel and be a part of something really cool in Muscatine. Support artists that, like we said, are kind of struggling right now to be able to perform live. So we always want to celebrate arts and the people that perform them and are so talented. So I encourage you guys all to go out and find out more information about this event and different ways that you can also support the Muscatine Arts Council as well.
One more thing.
Okay, one more thing.
Included with this performance is shots of Muscatine. So it's
cool.
It's going to expose Muscatine to essentially a national audience, because this concert, we get people from all over the Midwest and even farther every year. And the publications and the Ragtime, while it's not a hugely popular genre of music right now, there are festivals like ours all over the country. Mr. Green, who put together our show, did a virtual 3-day Ragtime concert in the West Coast.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, but there will be a lot. People are going to see Muscatine as part of this.
That's very cool.
That really sounds interesting to me. I have not seen it yet. I've been told, the production is in the can and ready to go. But just knowing that Jeff Barnhart is going to be leading it and knowing all the musicians are going to be there, it's going to be a great show. Yeah.
Very cool show, and a great highlight on Muscatine itself, which is always great because we all love Muscatine, and it's great when we can share it with the rest of the world, how cool our town is. So there are a couple other things I know some of you guys might have missed the first part of the show today, but some very cool things happened yesterday in Muscatine, and my friend Peyton actually received a donation. I think that's how we might end the show today. But one more thing before we leave, I want to share a fundraiser that's going on right now, and it's Paws and More, and they are doing a fundraiser. It's out of Washington, Iowa, and they're doing a fundraiser to help spay and neuter animals. So this cool fundraiser is actually, so they're doing sketches. So my friend Chris Anderson, actually, we talked to him earlier this week, but he's doing, so for $25 you can get a sketch of your very own pet. So you submit a photo and then he actually sketches it for you. Very cool. I wonder if you guys can see it very well. There's kind of a shadow on it, or a glare on it, but very cool to see this. I'm always like totally amazed by the talent, but what a cool thing to have of your pet, and knowing that the proceeds all go to help spay and neuter animals. So you can find out more about that fundraiser on their Facebook page, I'm sure, Paws and More, and I'm hoping to have her actually come on the show and tell you a little bit more about the fundraiser and what she's doing in the community for our little furry friends. If you want to have more information about that, we can also include that in the links. But we're going to end the show, just in case you missed the video before, with a surprise donation that my friend Peyton actually received for his food pantry. So we'll end the show today with that. But until Monday, today's finally Friday, until Monday, I hope you all remember that kindness is free. So spread that wherever you go. Enjoy Peyton's video.
That was a big one too. What the heck? What the? What is this?
I don't know.
That is a big Hy-Vee truck.
Did you order something, Peyton?
No.
You sure?
He does deliver now.
Whoa!
There you go, buddy. You get these 2 pallets right here.
I can't carry this.
No, we'll help you.
Oh, an endless supply of food.
Go, buddy.
Oh, that's amazing. Careful. Peyton's Pantry is a small little pantry. Well, no, it's big.
Bigger.
Either way, you can get free food from it when you need some food. And then we have like stuff like rice, like cake mix, like pie mix, stuff like that. Well, I've always loved donating, and no matter what, whenever I had some extra money or when I had the opportunity, I would donate. I've been donating for a while now. I think about 5 years.
You were little.
It makes me feel amazing.